Moldavite May. It is the 7th day of May. And the day my dad was born. I miss him so much. Like, one time, my son was like, "You don't hate men." Because someone told him that, because I'm a lesbian, I hate men. And I'm like, I could never hate men. My dad was a man, and he was my best friend. My nephew is my good friend, and he is a man, and I love him. And you are my son, and you are a young man, and I love you. So no, lesbians do not hate men, but it's the 14th birthday without him. And why ain't it easier? And the reality is that there's nobody to talk to. From the time I was born to the time he went home, I always knew he was a phone call away. I remember one time I was breaking up with my ex, and I had to move back to LA. And I had him come out to the house where I was staying with my ex-boyfriend, and we went to the bowling alley. And he wanted to see where I had done some stand-up. I got to perform for a rerun from What's Happening. The day before he passed away, I got to do some stand-up for him. And my dad wanted to go to the bowling alley where I did it at. And so we went, and we had us a couple drinks, and then I pulled out some cigarettes, and he was like, "You smoke?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Them things is bad for you. Let me have one." That was my partner in crime, child. I don't know nobody else who drank with their daddy, but I drank with my daddy. I went to concerts with my dad. We partied. We went to a club where they was playing 65, the records, little small ones. 45 Club, that's what they call it. And we was cutting the rug. Most of them songs I didn't even know, but honey, I wasn't gonna leave him on the dance floor without his good. He was Fred Astaire and I was Ginger Rogers. We were gonna get that two-step in. And honey, he would mess up my game because the men just loved his energy, enthusiasm. He was a man's man, but he loved to dance, and he loved music, and he didn't discriminate. He was an equal opportunity person. He liked all people. And then he had a southern drawl, so that just was even more charming, even though he had been out of the South for a good long time. He just never left that charm, that swag. And I used to come home from school, and I could talk to him. And then when I got older and I moved out, I could call him, and I could hear the smile in his voice. Like I'm running out of people that be happy to hear from me. I'm running out of people but there's literally nothing like him. So Moldavite May. Still doesn't change how much you miss your favorite people. He is my number one cheerleader. My number one cheerleader. He was not perfect. Let's be very clear. He was a very flawed individual. Everybody knows him, knows that he's an asshole. And I tell him he's my favorite asshole. But he was an asshole. He was mean. He had a drinking problem. He had some problems. But he loved me to the moon and back. In all of his imperfection, he loved me to the moon and back. I notice now as I'm older that a lot of people didn't like me because I had him. A lot of people didn't like me because I had him. A lot of people. I didn't even realize it because I'm thinking, dude, I'm catching hell. This dude got a drinking problem. And they didn't realize how hard that was to live with, to love as your parental figure. And he was the main one. My father worked overnight at the post office. So that basically when I went to bed, he'd go to work, and by the time I got home from school, he would be there. So he was the main parent. My mama worked from 12 to 9, so I didn't see her during the daytime. I saw her in the morning, and I saw her before I went to bed. You know, she make dinner, and then it's time to go to bed. And the day that I couldn't call him, and that was our song, Al Green, called me. That's what he told me when I was telling him I broke up with my boyfriend and I had to come back to LA. And he said, when you find you're a long way from home and somebody do you wrong, just call me, baby. Come back. Call me. Pretty birdie. Things ain't going right. I wish I could call him. I know I could talk to him. I just need to hear his voice. I need for him to tell me it's gonna be all right.